Hey Tim.
Hey.
In this video, I want to ask you a couple questions about the data warehouse. You know,
Okay.
it's with all these tools out there like Tableau and Power BI and all these different ways to get data. Are data warehouses still relevant? Do people still need data warehouses?
It's a common question.
Yep.
So the short answer is yes. I hear a lot about the data warehouse is dead.
Sure.
You don't need data warehouses anymore. Nothing could be further from the truth.
Yep.
Because yes, there are other tools to do what you used to do just in a data warehouse.
Sure.
But you've got more options now. A
Yep.
data warehouse is not replaced by some of the new things.
Yep.
It's another option that you
Sure.
have.
What about the vendors who say like, no, you don't need anything because it's all contained? Like just give us your raw data and it's contained. Like is it that easy?
If it were that easy, I wouldn't be in business.
Sure.
So it's definitely not that easy, because if you could attach to just some raw data, so
Sure.
looking at something like a data lake, for example,
Yep.
if there were a tool that would just know everything that it needs to know about your data,
Yep.
people like you and me really wouldn't be necessary, because
Sure.
the data would be self-healing, self-describing,
Sure.
and everything like that. There are some changes or some tools that will help make that easier now, but it's still, by far, it's not an automatic process.
So it's kind of like
There's
the
still
whole
that-
self-tuning databases where there are things that it's better, but it's still, you still have to do tuning.
Sure.
It's kind of like that. I mean, so yeah, there's improvements, but it hasn't replaced warehouses.
You can, with automation, with some of the tools, data science,
Sure.
with big data and things like that, you can replace some of the manual and mundane work that
Yep.
you used to have
Sure.
to do. But building a data warehouse, this is what I always say, building a data warehouse is not really a technical endeavor.
Sure.
There are technical components involved. There's technical work involved and technical expertise that's required. But it's a business exercise that
Sure.
uses technology to get there.
Sure.
And you can't replace that business layer, that interpretation, that having a conversation with the business users
Sure.
and figure out, how do you use data? At what grain do you use data?
Sure.
Maybe in 20 or 30 years, things will evolve where you don't have to do that anymore. But for right now,
Yep.
there's still some human interaction, some interpretation of that still has to be done.
Sure.
And I suspect that'll be that way for a long time.
No, that makes sense. That's cool. Yes, no, I appreciate that. It sounds silly, but you know, it's maybe it's not silly. You've heard it before. I hear people say that, and you know, I feel weird asking, but it's not a weird question.
I hear it quite a bit. It's a
Yeah.
more common question
Sure.
than you would think.
Okay. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.